Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Hope everybody's morning is great. Everybody's doing all of the things that make their life worth living. Um, so we're here and we're gonna be talking about Ksoo. Apparently, um, well, I guess I'm gonna be talking about him. I'm not doing roll call and that like that, so it don't matter. Um, apparently, I'll break down the case. We talked about it like cursory. Somebody came in here and was talking about. I guess they just figured. I don't know what they figured. So fix this camera. I don't like how this camera is. Yeah. So uh, so you can know what's going on with the case. So case. Apparently, what happened was, just so we can be clear, his father is the head of a gang. He's one of the heads of the gang. His father is now going to be taking a stand against him. And one of the reasons for this is because life is on the table. The reason why I want to have this conversation today is because this is an actual case of someone snitching. Do you know how often we hear about people snitching and don't nobody say anything? Or we hear about people snitching and people, pardon me, people are accused of snitching with very, very little, any kind of information. This is an actual situation that everybody knows that a person's father is going to snitch on them, and this individual is a rapper, and he's snitching on two murders. Why isn't everybody talking about this like crazy? I think this is our second or third video. I think somebody brought it up and then I said something. I'm just saying. So why is nobody talking about this like crazy? Like, isn't this something to really be in on? Right. So I'll read an article. I've read a couple of articles on this. I only listened to like, I think I saw two videos on this. Right. I guess a couple of people are doing videos on this. I saw two. One where the person was just saying that the guy's a snitch, and another one where the person was actually breaking down the information. But I saw two. Shout out to Prince to Amir with the $12 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. Don't let nobody tell you different. Shout out to Prince to Amir. The $12 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. Don't let nobody tell you different. So um, uh, I'm gonna read an article real quick so I can get everybody updated that might not be fully appraised of the situation, right? Fully apprised of the situation, right? So these it's Florida, Jacksonville. What's up with Florida? I mean, I know we crazy in the Bronx, but you know what? We crazy in the Bronx. All right, so Florida, father of Jacksonville rapper Ksoo is testify against sons in murder cases. Just so we can be clear, this is the father. He's testifying against multiple of his sons in two different murder cases. Also, just so we could be clear, he was the leader of the gang, so therefore he was the one that actually led his children down this path. You have to assume at some point he was telling them about being snitches, right? He's like, "Oh man, you got to be all the way real. Streets is not a myth." And then all of a sudden he gets locked up. Shout out to Troy Ave. All of a sudden he gets locked up, and then the next thing you know, streets is a myth. So knew it all the time. It goes on to say Abdul Robinson Sr., who has been charged with being an accessory to murders of Charles Mack. Abdul Robinson Sr., who was charged with being an accessory to the murders of Charles McCormick and Damian Rothermel, I don't know, was been transferred to St. Johns County Jail. Court documents show. In filings this week, the state attorney's office has informed his sons, Hakeem Robinson and Abdul Robinson Jr. Damn, he had the fucking audacity, the ego, the gall to name. First of all, you don't snitch on your kids to the police. He had the audacity, ego, and gall, right? Just so we can be clear, to name his son after him because of his hubris, his ego, and then on top, and then he snitched on him. He snitched on his own namesake. What the fuck, yo? Anyway, that their father is now cooperating with the prosecutor. In the filings this week, the state attorney's office has informed his sons, Hakeem Robinson and Abdul Robinson Jr., that their father is now cooperating with prosecutors and has given statements in the murders of Charles McCormick and Damian R. inmates who cooperate with the prosecution is often transferred to other jails for their safety. Hakeem Robinson, the Jacksonville rapper, who's also known as Ksoo, is charged in the 2020 murder of rival rapper Charles McCormick. Rothenmeier was killed in 2019 by a stray bullet fired in an exchange of gunfire between two cars. In March, Hakeem Robinson was indicted in first-degree murder charge. Hakeem Robinson, Abdul Robinson Jr., remained in the Duval County waiting trial. The point of which I'm trying to say, so you're trying to tell me that the pops was probably on these drills with them and he's snitching? Like, what the fuck? Nigga, if you in the car, you part of the drill, right? Am I wrong? Like, if you in the car, if you driving, I don't know if the father was driving. I'm just saying. But if you driving, if you in the car, if you in the passenger seat, you in the car with you part of the drill, right? I don't know. What the fuck do I know? Anyway, that's one. Two, if he wasn't there, the reason why they shot one of the dudes at least was because his son was killed. So they shot one of the dudes because his son was killed. So he most likely sent those people to do that fucking murder in the first place, right? So how the fuck are you snitching on your son on this shit? Anyway, it is what it is. I do because he's basically gonna be saying how he knew that they did it, and I'm assuming at least in one of the cases he was a witness visually. A statement from attorney Christopher DeCosta, who represents Hakeem hold on. Hakeem Robinson and Abdul Jr. remain in Duval County Jail awaiting trial. Abdul Sr.'s case has been reset for the status conference or August 15th. So basically, they're gonna see, I guess, exactly what after they depose him, I guess, they're going to see exactly what he's going to say, how he's going to help, how it's going to be beneficial to the case, how far he's willing to go, what kind of witness he's probably going to be, those type of situations, maybe. And then after they ascertain these things, they're going to probably then give him some kind of, you know, pat on the back on June 15th and then extend it until whenever after whatever this case is. You understand what I'm saying? Then they're going to extend it. You know, we'll talk to you after the case now. This is the case is about to come up. Now we're gonna see how you do an actual trial. So that's what I'm guessing that's about. A statement from attorney Christopher DeCarso, who represents Hakeem Robinson, reads, "This is yet another witness that came to them in handcuffs. We're not concerned. The government has repeatedly said how bad of a guy the father is. Now they present him as some pillar of truth. All their witnesses, convicted criminals that were pending prosecution, have motive to lie to save themselves. Meanwhile, we have the truth, like the video and witnesses to prove that Mr. Robinson could not be the shooter. That's why we're not concerned." So apparently, his attorney is basically saying that they have video evidence proving contrary. Nobody knows about this because 9 times, you know how they do nowadays. When niggas got video evidence, they leak that shit. So I don't believe the video evidence of that shit show up in court. Don't tell me you got video evidence. That's what I'm saying. Nowadays, all video evidence gets leaked. Tell me where I'm wrong. All video evidence end up on YouTube somewhere with somebody talking about it. Tell me where I'm wrong. I didn't do roll call, but I'll give a shout out. Shout out to the Artie D Glasses and peace and blessings to the Most High. Salute to Jack Force, BBN fans. Yeah, salute to everybody. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at an alert. Like, yeah, I know. Um, so in this specific case, there was 2 shootings. The other one is supposed to be a stray shot. It happened in 2019, and the other one, in the second one, was actually a murder that happened in 2020. I believe one of the artists was Bibby. They were both rappers. I think Bibby was one of the artists that ended up getting shot and killed. Also, I think the name of their whole clique is Killer something or other. So they're literally saying that they're killers, and these dudes are supposed to be top shooters. I think that's the name of top killers, something like that. Uh, something TK top killers. So their whole motive is about kill. Their whole motive, their whole image is about that they're the top killers. So we don't know what's gonna happen here. Obviously, somebody's going to jail. The father said, "Not me." We're gonna see how that turns out. I want to know what y'all think about this whole snitch culture thing. Is this a thing that we should be talking about on the internet? I'm curious. I know nobody's gonna comment. I'm just talking to myself. But is this a situation that we should be commenting on the internet? Like, should we really be talking about this snitch culture shit? And if we are talking about the snitch culture shit, this is an actual situation where we have verified proof of snitch culture. Why is this not getting the same press as Takashi 69? We've talked about it a couple of times. I'll talk about it more. But I want to know, why is this not getting the same coverage? I get it. This guy is not as big up an artist, but at the same time, this guy was actually in the street doing shit. Takashi 69, we can't necessarily say the same thing for. He wants us to believe he was out there doing all the shooting and robbing and killing on himself, or whatever the case is. But this particular artist was actually out there involved in this whole type of affair. So I would want to that's basically what I was thinking. Hmm. And so that's what I was thinking. Hmm. Um, I'm gonna tell you the wildest shit. Often these individuals that get caught up in whatever they're doing, just sent me an alert. Appreciate you, YouTube. Often the people that get in trouble for doing whatever they're doing, right? When they're kids, a lot of time it comes from the home. Kid is just a reflection in his home. That's all he is. He's a reflection of the love that they received when they were children. They're a reflection of the lessons they learned when they was children. That's all people are. They're a reflection of the situations that they were a part of during their formidable years. That's it. That's what people are. So when I see somebody rolling in the street with their father, and their father isn't even keeping them on the safe side of the streets, I realize that somebody failed him also. A lot of times this is just narcissistic behavior, and people fall victim to it because sometimes we're led to believe that we have to do things because that person is more authority, that person is older, so that person knows better. Some of us come from situations where people just never knew better, so we look at the world differently. Some of us didn't come from homes, some of us came from holes. Some of us been fighting so long we don't know what it looks like to not fight some of the time. I always tell the story of, you know why you're not supposed to take a kitten out of the litter too early? I don't if you know anything about animals, you know. You're always supposed to leave, especially kittens, in the litter until they learn how to socialize. It's important. Because it's not that the kitten can't. It's that when you learning social cues is important. So it's important to come from a good home. Or at least a home where they care. People are present. So we have a guy that he raised his sons, and now he's about to go be evidence against them in court, while all they were doing was carrying out the lifestyle that they inherited from him. If this isn't the best example of you don't have to be what your parents want you to be, I don't know what is. Literally one of the best examples I've ever seen. You're supposed to inspire your kids. You're supposed to give your kids a set of tools, allow for them to venture out into the world until they're ready to go. I think sometimes people want their kids to be little versions of them so bad. I feel sorry for homeboy that didn't get the chance. Ruined his kids. His parents probably ruined him. Maybe the streets ruined him. But we got to do better. Whenever I look at these situations, I don't know. I don't look at them, I think, the way other people look at them. I look at them and say, well, I could see the mechanisms that created this thing. And this is not the first incident. I'm pretty sure this is just the first you're probably hearing about it. There's tons of instances where family members testify against other family members because they don't want to get things like the death sentence or life prison. Promise you. Go Google something. You'll see a whole ton of them. The reason why we try to give our children skills is not so they can get out of the house. It's so that they can live a happy life. You want your child to live a happy life, with or without you in it. You want your child to live a happy life. So you got to give your child skills. You have to give your child confidence in themselves. You have to give your child a faith and a belief in something greater than themselves. These things are all important. People talk about what being humble is. I hear people talk about that all the time. They say, this person was humbled, or that person was humbled, or that's karma. And then I'm looking and I'm like, but people don't know what those things are. Somebody standing up for themselves is not somebody not being humble. Narcissists tell you that when you stick up for yourself, that you're not being humble. People that are evil tell you that when you stick up for yourself, you're not being humble. People that hate you tell you that when you're not sticking up for yourself, that you're not being humble. No, it's okay. Oh, I believe that I have only members to chat because don't nobody talk anyway, right? So I got it on only members chat. Don't nobody talk, so I didn't think it mattered. Eh, the last time somebody came in here and said that we was at 55 people in the room with 14 likes also, and then it went down to 53. This is literally what happened last time. Not you though, it was someone else, and this is not deja vu. This just happened before. I was wearing this shirt. Oh fuck. Yeah, so yeah, I just got it. So don't know because don't nobody want to talk anyway. So I put it for nobody could talk unless you a green team member. Yeah, I figured they nobody want to talk anyway. I think it was a big deal. Um, yeah, yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal. Um, Nobody's gonna be here anyway. I don't have to be in here by myself speaking to the people that only hate me. I don't do that. Boom. Okay, that's what I was. Okay, angle this a little bit further down. I don't even know how much further down I could put this shit. To be honest with you. What up, Maryland Melatonin Network? Is that better? I'm trying to. Okay, so I can like chop the top off a little with that short. Oh, boom! I did not know this. All right, boom. All right, so I like this. I like this better. I gotta get this. Okay, so it's a little crooked though. I said, okay, fine. I'm just looking at that thing. All right, that line is straight, right? No, that line isn't straight either. So it might be a little bit crooked, but not that. All right. Oh, nothing. Nothing's popping. Just chilling. I'm assuming some green team members are gonna come in here harass me because the chat is closed. So that's what I'm assuming is about to happen. Nothing. Nothing. Um, not you. No, that's what they've been doing as of late. They have people come in and say, "I donate to your channel," and then they just attack. And then then I kick them, and they be like, "See, you kicked me, but I donate." So I gotta just sit here and just be disrespected the whole entire time. So that's why I just said, "Fuck it." I know the only people I'm talking to is people who don't like me. It's okay. This is what my life is. Get over here. I don't know. I haven't read a book in a while. No, nobody's coming. No, I don't need anything. Nothing is gonna be beneficial. Look, let's get back to what we're talking about. Um, I don't need anything. I don't need nothing. Nothing. Nothing is ever gonna help. So I don't need nothing. Save whatever you have. Take it. Spend it on. Do whatever you your time, your energy, something. Somebody that you love. Go give it to the Lord. Go to the church. Something. Don't drop something in the church or some shit. I don't know. Go and donate some time to like a children's youth organization or something. I don't know. Maybe you got like a food pantry. They might need some help. Like you might be better off doing stuff like that. Yeah, just go do stuff like that. Gotta gotta be a better use of your time. To be honest with you. So Ksoo, I'll read another article on it because if I just tell you, then people gonna say I don't know what I'm talking about. Even though I'm gonna be saying the right thing. What's today's date? I'm gonna read a complex article this time. This is a different one. It's a different one. Father of Jacksonville rapper Ksoo set to testify against his son in upcoming murder trial. The father of Jacksonville rapper Ksoo was testifying against his son in the 23-year-old rapper's upcoming first-degree murder trial. First Coast News reports Abdul Robinson Sr., 51, has agreed to cooperate with prosecutors in the murder trial involving his son, Hakeem Robinson, who goes by the stage name Ksoo. Back in March, Hakeem was indicted on a first-degree murder charge for the 2020 murder of rapper Charles McCormick, a.k.a. Lil Buck, who was killed in January 2020. Robinson Sr. has agreed to testify as a witness for the state in the McCormick case. Ksoo was also hit with first-degree murder charge in connection with the killing of Adrian Gaynor, aka Bibby, who was killed in February 2019. Ksoo has pleaded not guilty to both of the first-degree murder charges. Robinson Sr. will also testify against his son, Abdul Robinson Jr., who was charged with second-degree murder. Meanwhile, Robinson Sr. is charged as accessory after the fact to first-degree murder and is facing 3 felony charges that could carry sentences of 30 years in prison. Prosecutors believe Robinson Sr. is the leader of the gang ATK, or Ace's Top Killers. I knew it was something like that. Top Killers. I kept saying that. Ace Killers. I say Top Killers. I couldn't get it. Ace's Top Killers, and there's some Hakeem allegedly serving as a member. Ksoo, along with his brother, remain in Duval County Jail waiting trial while Robinson Sr. has been removed. I'm going to say something that's wild. This is like literally one of those times where they're saying they're allowing for the boss to snitch on the underling. Like, that's crazy. Like, or they just saying that the father was also an underling. Is that what they're saying? Maybe they're saying the father was also an underling. Maybe the father was fake, like an effigy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really, not an effigy, but wasn't really, the head. I don't know what to say. Like, does that don't make sense? Like, why would the government not get the head of the game unless they just gonna use his? I think they're gonna use him and then don't give him nothing. That's what I think they're gonna do. They're gonna use his testimony and everything, and then still just hit him with. That's what I think they're gonna do. Because this doesn't make sense. Or is it just that he was the only one that decided to talk and nobody else wanted to talk? I guess, and it was like, we got to get one of them right. But then, what are they trying to say? Their evidence isn't that good. Like, I don't know why they would need. Maybe the evidence isn't that good. No, I think he's getting in trouble after the fact. The other son is also being charged after the fact. I think the Ksoo dude did the killing. This is what he's getting charged after the fact, just so we can be clear. I should have been clear on that. The son went and did. I know I said something contrary earlier. I'm remembering. The son went, because I was just reading the article. I should have went off of what I know. If you remember, we didn't read none of that in none of these articles. I should have just went off of what I knew. I didn't go off of what I knew. I went off of the article when we was having the conversation. From what I knew, he's an accessory after the fact. Also, there's another son who's an accessory after the fact. So that might be what the father's pissed off about. Why would you go kill this dude and come back and make me an accessory after the fact? That might be what he's pissed off about. I don't know. But just so we could be clear, it was in retaliation to an attempt on all of their lives. They were sitting in a car, him, 2 of his sons, and another relative, I believe, another person was sitting in the car. 2 cars or multiple cars pulled up. I'm not certain how many cars pulled up and started firing into their vehicle. 1 person was killed. 2 other people was injured. He was injured, and they went to the hospital. His son ended up dying, and then the person that was shot after that is allegedly the person that was behind that. So that's what he's allegedly snitching on his son about. So I don't know. We're gonna see what I don't know. That's what's going on with that. Don't make me an accessory after the fact, please. I appreciate you, Oleato. Nobody's gonna do that though, so I'm cool. And you don't have to worry. I would not do anything to make you an accessory after the fact. And if I did, I wouldn't trust anybody enough to tell them. So nobody will know. Because I'm 100% not going to do anything to them. Nobody would know. I'm not telling anyone. I don't know. I guess that's what we're talking about. 9:50. I don't really want to stop the show yet. I know nobody can't comment. I don't really got a choice. All right, so real quick for everybody that don't know, give you something to go watch. They dropped Han Solo, Obi-Wan dropped today. Obi-Wan Kenobi dropped today. Kenobi on Disney Plus. For everybody that don't know, they had 2 episodes that dropped. Um, I don't know. Go check them out. Tell me what you think about them. I just know that they dropped because it's Friday, so go check them out. That's all I got to say on that. I wake up real early in the morning. I wake up like 5:30. I wake up before my alarm a lot of time. I don't sleep. I don't sleep at night. I try. Hmm. Oh shit. So basically, Swiss Beats told Joe Buttons that he better keep his wife's name out of his motherfucking mouth. Somebody posted Alicia Keys got cooked on Diary. What? Anyway, Joe Buttons responded in it in a tweet and said, "Low key, laugh out loud." Swiss Beats responded under that and says, "King, knock it all the way off. Let's not do this. Never get into your zones. Leave my wife out of everything but greatness, please." That was pretty nice and asking him to nicely. Huh. After Jason Elliott already watched it was fire. I also watched. Like I told you, I wake up dumb early in the morning. Nah, the computer. Yeah, I need a when I get a camera. I gotta get a computer camera. Um, my computer's messed up. I don't believe the camera is gonna work right, so I need a computer camera so I can sit it. I guess on top of the TV or some shit, or sit it somewhere. So then I could. I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's not nothing. Just it's not nothing. I'm never gonna have everything to make something work. I'm always gonna have all of the pieces except for this or except for that. And then that's just the way it is. Just gotta live with it. I'm never gonna have what like the thing to be able to go. I'm always gonna be lacking something, making it not possible. That's what life is. The fuck happened here? That was that person needs to go home. That's how people are gonna respond to you after you see they see you. You need to not be outside. You need to Oh, I didn't call the actual drop. Shout out to Jason Elliott with the 199 drop. He said already watched it. It's fire. I'm gonna say this. Disney Plus has the best service. Um, I'm literally just considering. Well, none of this matters. I'm not gonna say that. But if I had to choose one service to have, it would be Disney Plus because they're going to have Marvel and Star Wars content. I don't think you can beat that. I don't think you can beat that. If you want original new content, Netflix is where to go. If you want indie and classic content, I guess it's Hulu. And if you want big blockbusters, I'm guessing you do HBO because that's what they specialize in. But they also got Adult Swim and DC Universe, and, a couple other things. But they fuck up with their DC Universe property. Like that's not really their fault though. But they just sold the company though. The whole company got sold though. I wonder what their stock is about to do. I wonder what their stock is about to do. Oh, the Chip and Dale was excellent. The Chip and Dale was excellent. It's excellent. It just okay. So this is the thing that's happening. You have these studios that they got people that say that's not gonna work on television. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. And that be the shit that they take out, be the main shit that they need. You understand? The shit they take out be the main shit that they need. You want to know what's the biggest one of the biggest disappointment in the X-Men franchise? They all wore fucking black leather. One of the dopest things about the X-Men universe in the comic books is that it was so colorful. That everybody just had their own colors for their own reason, and they were their own person, and they were not a collective. They were individuals who worked together. They took that whole aspect out simply by putting them all in black uniforms and not allowing for them to be distinguished. But we don't think about that when we're looking at that. We don't understand that that's the emotion and that's subconsciously reflecting on us. We don't think about that. We're not understanding that they're taking away their individuality. We just see it as, they look uniform. So that's like one of the biggest mistakes those guys made, not for nothing, with the X-Men universe, in my opinion. The second biggest mistake is that they just decided that they wasn't gonna lean into the mythology that was already created. Like, were they trying to get new fans? Like, you don't need to get new fans, right? Like, this is the Marvel universe. There's enough fans. You don't need to get new fans, and I think that that's where they messed up at. Also, oh, we got to get other people other than these comic book people to be interested in these stories. So do this and do that. So I think that they messed up. Um, RD Glass at the source materials, the comic books, and they are not doing much research. I wouldn't say research. It's a difference between doing research and also displaying something in a way in which people are gonna want to receive it. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you. So I'm gonna give you. Let's talk about Jack Frost and the BBN for 1 second. Hold on. Let's talk about Jack Frost and the BBN for 1 second. Hold on. Listen and pay attention. You want to know why I bring stuff up and say that I was right about stuff? I'm not trying to say I know more than you. I'm saying this is a situation that while I was talking about it, I was told I was wrong. I was right. Now, the fact that I say that so often, if somebody accuses me of not doing research, then what the fuck is going on here? Am I wrong some of the times about things? Hell, everybody's wrong about things some of the times. But how often am I correct? That's the point I don't get. See? That's the point I don't get. So I get accused of not doing no research ever. Is it I'm not doing research or am I hearing things I don't believe? Which one is the thing that's really happening? Are you just accusing me of a because I didn't say a thing? I didn't know about it? I can't just not have believed it or thought it was immaterial? So I'm saying that to say this. Fox knew and understood everything that I just said about the X-Men. They have people who this is their job. They are paid for this. They know way more than what I just explained. They could break that down probably for you in a bite that'll take about 15, 20 minutes and be entertaining. I'm once again, they know the trolls don't assume it. They know that I'm right. They just know that if they keep saying it, then nobody's gonna stand up and have a voice with me. You understand what I'm saying? They make everybody feel like you can't agree with Jack or you on his dick. But then they go get a million people to come attack me. They just want to make sure nobody gonna be with me. And then I stand here by myself. So I say I can't not acknowledge the truth. So it is what it is. There's a couple of people that stand with me, and I appreciate all of y'all. Don't get it confused. I'm just telling you how I feel. That being said, um, yeah. So Fox understands this principle. Fox understands this principle. The trolls be the only people talking. We're not doing this melatonin network. Told you he's trying to get kicked. I be in here talking. The trolls be the only people commenting for 15, 20 minutes straight. Nobody else is even commenting. Just so we can be clear. But no, 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 you're right. It's all me though. Everything is my fault. Everything I did it. I'm the worst. Everybody should hate me. You don't even got to comment again. With that being said, see, only comments I get is people telling me about how everybody hate me. I'm wrong and why everybody should be hating me. That's all I hear. So shout out to you. You're right. Shout out to you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we. There you go. Thank you for using that collective. Um, wow, that joke was deep. The one that I just said right there when I said thank you for using that collective was actually very, very witty. Nobody gonna get it. I mean, that's why I could just talk about it because it 100% went over everybody's head. That was super witty. I didn't even do that on purpose for myself by accident. Um, told you the only people that want to talk to me is the people that hate me. That's my life. I don't got nothing else to look forward to. That's all I. The only people that talk to me is the people that want to get kicked. That's it. They tell everybody else don't talk to me, or they tell people to come in here and say all the things to get them kicked. And then when I kick them, then they say, "See, I told you." Well, go in there and say that to Jack frauds. They tell them to specifically come in here and do something that they know I'm going to kick somebody for. And then people go do it. So what are you going to do? Um, God should have never put me on the planet. It was just that's the way I feel. I don't know what else to tell you. Uh, I'm gonna keep saying about this X-Men thing. Um, yeah, so they understand this dynamic. They just wanted to not make it a collective because they don't want people to think individually. If you look at almost all of the properties that Fox come out with, even the not all the properties. If you look at a lot of the properties that Fox come out with, they don't really want to denote much individualism. That's why they took out a lot of the Spider-Man concepts. Also, like the Matt Raimi took out the whole Spider-Man having organic webbing fluid. Where he by doing that, he also made Peter Prime. I call it the first Spider-Man, Peter Prime. So he also made Peter Prime not the Spider-Man from our specific 616 universe. So I think they're just rewriting the 616 universe, and now they're saying that the MCU is the 616 universe. I don't necessarily like that, but I understand what they're doing. What they're doing is they're just retroactively they retconning. That's basically what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So now this is the 616 universe, and I'm cool with that. I'm even cool with the fact that Uncle Ben never existed. There's no actual Uncle Ben. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. And the main reason why I'm here for that is because for everybody that don't know, Uncle Ben never said with great power comes great responsibility into the Matt Raimi movie. That was never something that Uncle Ben said. That's something that Spider-Man went through. Peter Parker went through a harrowing ordeal, and he had a crisis of conscience, and he was giving up the Spider-Man suit, and he actually left it in the garbage can. It's on the last panel. He actually left it in the garbage can and start walking to the street, and that's the last panel, and it's raining. And what you don't know about Spider-Man is a lot of the narration is not just narration, that's him talking in his head. So while he's leaving, he's saying to himself, with great power comes great responsibility. And the thing that makes that panel actually bigger than what people don't get it and they don't really understand what it's trying to say is that actually at that moment, Spider-Man was giving up his responsibility, there, thus giving up his power, therefore losing his faith at that moment. I wish I could remember which comic book came next. But I think that that's basically what was happening right there. With great power comes great responsibility. And at that moment, he actually was avoiding the responsibility and the power. And that's not the way in which they represent it when the movie happens, with the exception of this new um, No Way Home. And I'll explain it. There's a scene in No Way Home where they actually shout out to Kevin Feige. I'm so proud. I can't be proud. I can't be proud that Disney did a thing. But I'm so elated. I'm so satisfied with the choice of Kevin Feige as the head of Marvel, even though I didn't agree with everything he's done. You're not going to agree with everything somebody does. I agree with what he says and does in his totality. So since I agree with so much that he says, I'm not going to sit here and tell you about the stuff that I don't agree with. That would be asinine. I would do that if I didn't like him. I like Kevin Feige, and I agree with so much more things that he does than what he doesn't do. That I'm going to stand here and I'm going to talk about what he does do, contrast with what he doesn't do. So listen and pay attention. There's a scene in that last No Way Home where the Spider-Man are all talking to each other. And it's when Peter Prime and Peter Parker and Peter 3 come down and they stop and they're talking to him. And they're having the Aunt May and Ben conversation. And this is right after he lost Aunt May, and they're having a Ben conversation, and they're having the Gwen conversation, right? So that's when they say, with great power comes great responsibility. And what happens in that moment is that's the closest thing that they have gotten. That's the closest they have gotten to the original intention. That Spider-Man realizing how heavy the weight of the world was, first initially decided to walk away. And then him being the hero he is that much bigger because he came back because of who he is. So I think that specific scene in No Way Home exemplifies a Peter as a person. And then if you add that to at the end when Peter Prime stops him from killing the Goblin, then you get full circle. With great power comes great responsibility. At one point when he didn't believe he could do something, or he couldn't do something, so he was reminded of who he was. So that's probably one of the best examples of a uh, misused trope from a comic book being superimposed into a movie and being used in a pretty good manner. Just so we can be clear. You think about all the people that hate you, like, yo, like, damn, God really just put me here for people that hate me. Like, that's really my mission in life. I understand why people do certain things. I could just imagine how other people that God put here to be hated, I could just imagine how they're dealing with it. I hope they're dealing with it better than I am. I hope they're dealing with it better than I am. I wonder if I ever meet one. It's be pretty hard to meet somebody that's hated as much as I am. No, they just hit a lot of they um they hit a lot of Spider-Man tropes. That's all. They just hit them. They just hit them correctly. They just hit them correctly. That whole scene was done spectacularly. Um, with Peter, the Peter Prime and Peter Three, first being on top. Was that the Statue of Liberty? It was. I don't know what the fuck they was on top of. It was on top of some big ass shit, and then them jumping down uh, after the fact to then talk to him. I think that was done really well. Uh, anyway, so yeah, so that was a good scene. I wish I just did scene breakdowns. I wish I never. If I get a second shot at YouTube, I'm just I'm doing like if I ever get my I don't think it's gonna happen, but if I ever get my shit together, like I'm able to ever be a bit, I'm going into just doing movie reviews and stuff like that. I should have been did that. I've been priming myself for it. I'm gonna write some scripts today. I gotta make content for other type of people. I gotta start making content for all people. All people just they don't like me. So I gotta make content for other people. I don't really gotta treat it. Sometimes it maybe I stay on for a couple more minutes. I don't know. No, I gotta find white people. I gotta just find other people to be in my. I gotta just find people from geeks and nerds. And just I gotta do gaming. I gotta just do something else. There's people on this side of YouTube. They just hate me. They want me dead. Yeah, so I gotta. I don't. I don't. I don't even wanna. I don't want to talk about none of this shit. That's somebody else. I've been telling y'all what the government is gonna be doing for the next 2 or 3 years. I don't want to help no more. I don't want to help no more. Everybody hates me anyway. Why am I trying to help people? Like, I'm just always trying to help people. It just makes my life worse. And then I do it again, and then my life gets worse. And then I do it again, and then my life gets worse. So I gotta stay inside so I can make sure I don't run it into anybody. So I can make sure I don't help nobody. Because if I help anybody, my life is gonna get worse every time. Yeah, I don't really got nothing to talk about. Mm. Every time I help somebody, my life gets worse exponentially too. Not even in like little small clips. I could just imagine. Oh yeah, I already got like 3 pieces of bad news before this live started. Just forget it. It's not even. Um, yeah, you should go watch it. I don't want to do no spoilers. I don't want to tell nobody about it. Just watch it one time through. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's good. Kenobi, it was good. Watch it one time through. Y'all got a part of me. I know most of y'all just in here, so y'all just hate me. I just want to watch me. So I know I don't gotta talk. You could, KC. You should probably find another channel to go hang out on. I don't want people to start. You should probably go find someone else to hang out. Do a good guy. Mm, mhm, mm, mm. Look this shit. Look later. Hmm. I should go this way. Let's go this way. Boom, 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 boom. Rat bastard. The fuck was that? That was great. I ain't get no fucking Alexa. Bitch ass shit. Okay, I got a star, man. Boom, got a star. You got that. Wish I would have got some of that Alexa. That would have been cool. It's a pretty good base. Shout out to Katie Cam with the $50 drop. Definitely appreciate you. Salute. Um, I wish you would have put something that you wanted to talk about. Katie Cam, have you been Katie Cam? You're just a woman. This might be sexist, but have you been following the Amber Heard trial? That might be something you're interested in. All right, so check out this new lie that they found with the whole Amber Heard situation. Besides the situation that happened with her sister, remember the Amber Heard situation? What they said happened with her sister, as far as Johnny Depp almost pushed her down the flight of steps, or almost pushed her sister down the flight of steps, or she punched her in the face. That was the time that she can't say that she didn't hit him because there was witnesses around. Also, apparently, when she was on the stand and they were talking about that particular situation with her, she fucked up and she said Moss's name. What's her name? Uh, fuck. I think she's an actress or some shit. Her name is Moss. Um, I think her name is not Elizabeth Moss. Fucking what's her name? Anyway, she's like a supermodel actress, whatever, right? So when she said her name, now she's gonna actually be called to testify, and she's gonna be able to testify that she never told anybody that Johnny Depp pushed her down the stairs. That's one of the lies that Amber Heard has been telling. What people don't understand is Amber Heard has been lying for years to so many people about Johnny Depp. So now that they're actually in court and these lies are being shown in there, like some of these lies that she was telling, you could like you could look and be like, how the fuck anybody is gonna believe that? But at the same time, you gotta understand She told the lie to one person who told the lie to another person. So now they got two, three people in on the lie. So you got two, three people in on the lie, and then they go help another person lie. You understand what I'm saying? That's gonna trick people so many times. So many times people are just gonna be tricked. They're gonna think the thing that they're hearing is the truth, when in reality it's just three liars working together to lie on that person over there. Just gotta throw your hands up in the air, shit like that. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else you might be interested in. Um, Hold on. I guess I got more stuff on that for a second. I guess I got more stuff on that. I'm just assuming this is what you're into. You're also a female, so anything else on chick stuff that I know this sounds sexist as shit. I don't know what you want to hear from. Anything else on chick stuff real quick. What's the name of that girl? That's the name. Let me try to find Johnny Depp X. Johnny Depp X's Kate Moss. Boom. What the fuck, yo? So he never pushed her, kicked her, threw her down any steps, anything like that. So like I said before, man, when they just trashed that man's name, messed up that man's whole entire career. No reason. Just, because of their own personal mental health issues. No real reason. They just thought that she just thought that Johnny Depp, even though they didn't see all the work that Johnny Depp put in throughout the course of his life in order to make him the type of actor that he was, they just believed that he didn't deserve it. She just believed that he deserved his prestige because she wasn't able to see him in the gym. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't let people watch you work out. Not when you work out seriously. Don't let people watch you. When you really doing your craft, when you really doing the thing that you do in your craft, don't let people watch you. Don't let people know what you're doing. Don't let people know how you're doing it. If they fuck with you, they don't care how you're doing it. They just want you to keep doing it. If they don't fuck with you, they want to figure out how you're doing it. So then they don't need you. What happens is when they think they know what you're doing, they don't really know what you're doing. It's not that they think you don't need you, but they really still do. I accidentally gave away too much one time. Helped one person build a really big platform because I thought somebody was my friend and it really wasn't. Never make that mistake again. I'll never give out the whole entire recipe ever again. I'm not even giving out fucking 20% of the recipe. I'd rather just fail than help people I don't like win. The fuck just happened here? Oh, they trying to tow the car, and these dudes is playing keep away with the keys from the police while they trying to tow a car. These guys is playing keep away with the police. And the police is short. That's what y'all get. Y'all got short police officers. What the fuck you thinking? Y'all put them all together. Like, is this real? Like they got the two short police. They be doing that too. I be seeing that, and they be two baddies too. Like I be out there and you see two baddies, and they be working together, and they be police, and they be just be baddies, both of them. And I be looking like, what the fuck? Why they even got y'all working together? This is crazy. I gotta say more about something I think Katie Cam is interested in. I think Katie Cam is a Takashi fan, right? Um, 600 Breezy said that he was arrested and it was because of a back and forth that he actually had with Takashi. 600 Breezy said because of a back and forth that he had with Takashi, he was arrested. This is what he said. I don't know if he's telling the truth. I don't know if that's really happened, and I don't know if that's a lie. But I know that 600 Breezy said he had paperwork also. But 600 Breezy, he's always clout chasing. So I don't know how serious that is. I don't know how real that is. He's always clout chasing. He got some situation now where he's saying that he wanted to fight Yellow Beezy for 100 grand. Not Yellow Beezy. I'll talk about Yellow Beezy in 2 seconds. He said that he wanted to fight King Yellow for 100 grand, and King Yellow like denied it. Have you seen King Yellow? King Yellow is not some dude that's gonna be getting in the ring to fight anyone. He said so. It said Takashi. King Yella is not the kind of dude that's going to be getting in the ring to fight anybody. So, Breezy, walking up the wrong tree. Real quick, Yellow Beezy was arrested. I'm going to say something, and I've been telling y'all this for years. And there's other people now saying it on the internet, but I've been telling y'all this for years. I don't trust those arrests that happen when the artist is just driving and the police pull up on them and arrest them and bring them down to the station. I don't trust those. Okay, come on. I'm coming right back to that, Casey. Give me 2 seconds. I think you should find somewhere better to hang out, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're a good guy, man. I don't know. I don't think I know how to tell if a person is a good person or not. I'm gonna take that back. I think you're a good person. Um, I keep telling y'all, whenever y'all see these rappers getting picked up when they in transit, a lot of times that shit is organized. Hold on. I digress. Let's rewind. Remember the girl that came to because I never do no research and I never know what I'm talking about. Remember that girl that came to she got in trouble because she said that that black boy had stole her phone and he didn't steal her phone and she attacked him and then she went back to California and then they went over there to arrest her. Do y'all remember how she got arrested? She went to her lawyer's crib, and then as she was leaving her lawyer's crib, going back home, her lawyer had the police pick her up. That's literally how it's done. She decided not to stop the car and drive all the way home, which was actually probably smart because now she don't have to get told. But she decided to drive all the way home, and then they went and picked her up. Now, fast forward back to this Yellow Beezy situation. Yellow Beezy was allegedly picked up on the highway. I'm telling you right now, that's how they do the shit. They pick you up on the highway whenever they want to bring you in. They pick you up like when you driving, when you in transit somewhere. That's when they pick you up. So there's people that believe that Yellow Beezy might be helping the feds. He got picked up again for messing with women and doing some kind of alleged rape, which they can also always down the wire say a lack of evidence and throw out, right? They can always down the road be like, oh, that's a lack of evidence. Boom, we're gonna throw that out. So, or down the road, you can find out the girl just lied. She was a groupie. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's the case, but do remember, Yellow Beezy is involved with the Mo 3 situation. Don't forget about that. So there's a lot of other shit going on there. But back to the KC talking about, pardon me. Back to what KC said about Tekashi 6ix9ine and what Tekashi 6ix9ine and 600 Breezy is going through real quick. Because that is something that I think K Cam is a Tekashi fan. Tekashi is 100% right. If he's on probation and he's making terroristic threats, it shouldn't matter who he's making the threats to. I'm going to say this again. If he's on probation and he's making terroristic threats, it shouldn't matter who he's making the threats to. If the police deem that as terroristic threats, you understand what I'm saying? If the my dude, they say I don't do no research, but I constantly know what the like. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't ever know what to say. Just I don't know. Um, Casey Emmanuel says, Axe said, Axe said Beasley got himself locked up. I agree. He on probation. You can't be on probation making terroristic threats. That's crazy. KC says, can we talk Namek? Axe said Mech was in the Jenna party making slick jokes. A jewelry was found near her. She returned it. She said, here, because there's always say black people steal and it rubbed people the wrong way. Oh, so that's why they got kicked out the party? Um, was it an inappropriate joke or did she mean it from her heart? In any case, I've had white people come around me and make inappropriate jokes that I know that they didn't mean from their heart and me not take it no way as long as they don't say the N word. I've also had them do the same exact thing, not say the N word, and me say a thing to check them, and then it's like, oh man, my fault, I didn't mean it that way. So how was it handled? Not saying that she was right or wrong, because if that's what happened, you can't do that. You got to be more classy than that. Because first of all, you're hanging out with people where color don't even matter. Like when you get to a certain tax bracket, like race matters, but race really doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of have like the opposite inflex, influx, inflection. Am I using that word right? It kind of has the opposite outcome. Oh, so she was making those type of jokes the wrong way. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Pay attention. Is this a characteristic of something that Meg always does? And also, he got thrown out of the party. This has nothing to do with the actual shooting. It sounds like something that people were just complaining about. They got thrown out of the party. All of that is nothing. They already got thrown out the party. The fact that it happened is something, but actually what happened is nothing. They already got thrown out of the party. Did the shooting happen because of the things she said inside of the party? Unless the literal shootings happened because of what she said inside of the party, none of this matters. I will tell you what the witness said, though. The witness said that Meg and the girl was fighting in the backseat of the car. And then that shit spilled out into the street. So I'm not poo-pooing what you're saying. And I'm not saying what you're saying isn't whatever. But if Meg was acting like that in the party, and she was drunk, everybody says that Meg is belligerent when she's drunk. I can 100% believe that. But also, what people getting pissed off because they already had a predisposition to get pissed off, or were they getting pissed off because the person was actually doing something worth getting pissed off? Because sometimes you could do nothing and people get pissed off because they are looking for a reason to be angry. Look at our chat. How often do you see me say something and people complain about the smallest little detail? Even though I'm right about everything else, I have one little small detail. I might say a word wrong, or I might say the wrong city's name, or I might misspell something. And now that's way more important than the actual case. So you got to understand, depending on how people care about you or their lack of care for you, is depending on how they're going to take what you're talking about. I don't know what to tell you. How often do you see people come in here and insult me, but if I say a joke back, I'm wrong? Just ask it. So I'm not probably the right one to have that discussion with, since I'm literally living in something that is the polar opposite, or living inside of a situation that is tantamount to being the receiver of the negative in energy in that particular scenario. Just so we can be clear. Coincidentally, people have been saying I say oh and a lot. So as I just started flexing my vocabulary, how many of those individuals are going to their thesauruses or their dictionaries? How many of them are using Google? Just to be curious. Then I say oh and a lot. Coincidentally enough, also, it's not just that I'm using larger words, I'm just speaking in a manner in which I'm using even small words in their specific intended form. Doing that by itself will make you sound more intelligent, because then by itself you'll be using words more intelligently. So I'm not even saying O and and I could also decide to say words that are a lot smaller and still flex my vocabulary by not repeating words over and over. Now, would you choose that I do that, or would you choose that I would just talk regular so it doesn't seem like I'm intending to be fucking, I don't know, um, impetuous? Not even. Um, no, if I do that, then I'm holding myself over people, right? And I think I'm better than people. But if I don't do that and I carve down on my my words I use, then I'm using on a lot. So just wanted to point out another no-win situation for me. Just to show, if it wasn't, they weren't complaining about one thing, they'll be complaining about another. So it doesn't matter. When people hate you, it doesn't matter what you're doing. I'm just saying, when people hate you, it don't matter what you're doing. They just hate you. If I went and saved a school bus full of children, they'll figure out a way to hate me. And they'll probably convince other people to hate me also. If I went and cured cancer, they'll figure out a way to hate me. And they'll convince other people that they should be hating me also. So it doesn't matter what I do. It never did. I keep explaining that, but I think, they've successfully convinced people that everything that I say is a lie, even though I'm consistently correct and right and literally telling the future or guessing the future or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I don't know what to call it at this point. I don't even want to go outside today. I could just imagine. I could just imagine what's waiting. I gotta go outside because I gotta go to the store. Mhm. What else? Something Takashi related, I guess. I think Katie Kidd is Takashi Kid. Something Takashi adjacent. I don't know. I guess it's all of Takashi. There's nothing going on with him right now. He's lucky though. He's fortunate. He should stay out of the news while Whack 100 is doing all of this widow shit. I don't know, nothing. He should 100% stay out of the news while Whack 100 is doing all this widow shit. I don't know if he should be standing next to Whack 100. See, this is the problem. I just think I just think it's not gonna win with the coming out being I'm really a gangster. I just don't think he's gonna win with that. I could be wrong. I would bring Will Cornish back. He's busy. He's doing his stuff. I don't like bothering people. I don't have nothing specific. If I don't got nothing specific, I don't want to bother people. I don't like bothering people. I literally sometimes don't talk to people, and I don't even have a problem with them. They're actually people I like. But I literally sometimes just don't talk to people because I don't want to call them and disturb them. So I might go like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you might not hear from me. You probably think we got beef. We don't got beef. I just don't want to disturb you. That's it. I just don't want to disturb you. So I don't call. I assume don't nobody ever want to hear from me, so I don't call people. It's going on 11 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know what y'all. I don't know. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing to say. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I'm leaving this shit closed. Also, I told you it'd be the green team members. Just want me to they never even met me in real life. Most of these people never even met me. I don't even know what kind of person I am. Just want me dead. Nah, you good, KC. I think everybody should leave. I think everybody should go find happiness. This channel is just a place that evil comes to abuse me. That's all this place is. It doesn't have any other purpose. That's my purpose in life. To exist. So evil would attack me. I don't have no other purpose under God. I'm just doing what I was made to do. I was born for. just waiting for him to call me back. I'm just waiting to finish my purpose. So yeah, I should probably all find somewhere else to go. Hmm. 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 I gotta eat today. I gotta get calories today. I gotta get calories yesterday. Yesterday I ate light. Gotta get calories today. Yeah, apparently. I'm assuming that's more bad news. Oh, that's my neighbor. That's my neighbor. Sounds like a good conversation. I'm not gonna go look outside. Sounds like she's okay. Should I make spaghetti? I haven't had spaghetti in a long. My spaghetti's expensive. I haven't had spaghetti in a long time. Why haven't I made any spaghetti since I lived there? That's a good meal. No, fuck it. Nah, I'm gonna go for some spaghetti. Make a small one. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I want. I'm just chilling. I know though nobody ever really come here to actually hear what I got to say. So I know I just got to be live because most of the people that's gonna be in here is the people that hate me anyway, right? So I don't gotta talk for y'all. Y'all just wanna come watch me, and so y'all could think about how much y'all hate me. So I don't really gotta talk. So that's what I do. Just sit here and be hated. Shout out to Jadakiss. It's Jadakiss's birthday. Shout out to Jadakiss. Happy birthday to Jadakiss. I want to say a random thing. Is it me or you one of those guys that you don't consider this a stomach? I don't consider that a stomach. Like, hold on, look at Shorty right here. I don't consider what Shorty got there a stomach. I don't consider that a stomach at all. And the reason why I say that is, do you see how her butt pops out? Like that little thing that she has in the front, I don't consider that a stomach at all. That's literally just part of her body. That's how her body is made. Like that's not a stomach at all. That's just how her body is made. That's a nice shaped body. What's she like? 5'2", 5'3", maybe? Look probably about 170. I mean, pardon, 170, 140, 145 maybe. Probably shoot lighter, probably about 130, 135. About 135, 140 maybe. About 5'2", 5'3". Yeah, I don't call that a stomach. That's not a stomach. Oh, there's somebody sent me a thing. I didn't do none of those things. Nobody's here to hear content. When I do content, people hate me more. So I don't do content like nobody cares if I do content. They just care that I'm more live so they can hate me. Keep in mind. Just thinking about who cares if I do any content. They want to hate me. Just, I don't even got a reason. You know, hate me for the fact. Just hate you. You block this guy. No, I blocked you. I don't see your shit. I blocked you. I blocked you. That's right. And I blocked you because you was in here, green team member, harassing me. Now I blocked you, homie. I'm not going to look at your account. You blocked in my DMs, my nigga. I'm not going to look at shit on your account. You don't fuck with me. You here with them niggas. Don't, don't, don't send me nothing. Don't send me no drops, no nothing. Don't do nothing. You here with them niggas. You don't fuck with me. You want me dead. Copy. Just thought about that shit. What the fuck am I looking at this? This nigga's in here trying to help the niggas that hate me. What the fuck is you talking about? Told you. All I got is people that hate me. That's my life. That's my life. That CSD. Nah, nigga. You stay over there. Now, I gotta assume everybody damn near hates me, to be honest with you. I just, I gotta be the most hated person that ever lived. People don't even got a reason. Just, anybody just walks up to them and says anything and be like, hate Jack with us. Niggas be like, okay, that's how it works. So it is what it is. It's nothing to be upset over. It's just this is what God intended for my life. That's it. Just gotta live with it or whatever. Times it. I'm gonna be live tonight. I don't even know if I'm gonna have a topic. To be honest with you, there's no real need or reason to make a topic. The only reason why people come in here is to hate me. So it don't really matter. I wonder why God chose me to be hated. Think about that sometimes. Sometimes I wonder why I couldn't be somebody else. I'm just waiting for when I suspect the food is gonna be ready for me to go to the store. I don't got nothing else in life. I got coming online, being hated, and going getting something to eat. I don't got nothing else up. Oh, and problems. I got. I guess that. Yeah, that's it. You seen little baby give a feature to a Kansas City. He did. Shout out to that. I hope that works out for little baby. I mean, I hope it works out for the Kansas City rapper. Works out for the Kansas City rapper. I don't know what to tell you. What state is Kansas City in? Kansas? That is so stupid. Is Kansas City in Kansas? Because this would be one of them stupid ass American things where Kansas City isn't even in Kansas. It's in like Missouri or some shit. I hate when I do that. That's why nobody goes. Maybe I think Kansas City was very expensive. So that's just what came next. Like, ration. Probably just say Kansas City, Missouri a million times. You know, I don't remember ever saying it. So probably just said it a million times. So therefore, just that was the next word that came up. That was stupid. That was stupid time. They had some good fried chicken over there the other day. It was pretty good. I hope they have the Mexican rice or the Spanish rice. The rice and peas I could go for. I could really go for some rice and peas. Hey, look at this dude. These guys in Chicago is crazy. So that's a news reporter, and she was doing a report, and the dude came up and pointed a gun dead at the camera while the lady's reporting and uncovered his face. These niggas, they don't care about being free. That's crazy. Like, they don't even care about being free. They don't even care. They don't care. None of that shit matters. And guess what she was talking about?
This morning at the corner of Clark and Hubbard, while our reporter was in the middle of a live report about gun violence in Chicago, a man walked up and pointed what appeared to be a firearm at our crew. Right now, police are calling this man a person of interest, accused of aggravated assault with a firearm. If you have any information regarding who he
Shout out to Humble. He's like, he's walking around like the police ain't looking for me hard enough. How could I solve that problem? Like, the police are not looking for me hard enough. How am I gonna solve that problem? He went and he solved that problem. He pointed a gun at the news people. Niggas is crazy. Niggas be bananas. But you gotta let people be that way. Try to tell them different. They're gonna hate you. Just gotta agree that everybody just gotta agree that you're wrong all the time. Not everybody else is right. That's the only way to live life. Be happy. You have to agree that everybody else is always right. If you don't do that, people are gonna hate you. You have any identity of your own. When I was growing up, I always thought you had to be a pretty terrible person to have a child. I did not get my daughter's mother pregnant on purpose. I just didn't think I could have kids. I'm very happy that my daughter's here. But up until she was born, I always thought people who brought children into this world, why would you do that? And then after I found out about her and I met her. I fell in love with my daughter. Obviously not like that, weirdos. But I didn't know her when she was born. If you're a parent, you understand. That's when I first started really believing that. There was hope in the world. Until my daughter was born, I never really believed there was hope in the world. And when I got to know her, I started believing that there was hope. It was fun while it lasted. I just believed that people were just all bad. I just believed that people were just all evil. And I never fell into no bad situations because I never thought anything different. And then I started believing that people were good. And now look what happened to my life. If I would have never started believing people were good, this wouldn't be my life. I gotta go outside. Choice. I go to the store. Just keep my head down. Don't get no conversations with nobody. Don't talk to nobody. I go to the store. They go to the store. That gives people the opportunity to hate me in real time. They go outside. I spend every second alone. People can't hate me in real time. I didn't download nothing. Doesn't matter. At least it wasn't bad news. I don't know what news it was. I don't think it was bad news. At least it wasn't bad news. Usually all the news we get is bad. At least it wasn't bad news. Yeah, because I ain't got no space. I guess I gotta go. I guess I don't gotta do none of that stuff. Don't matter. Ah, this downloaded from yesterday. I was trying to download this shit yesterday and it didn't download. And I'm gonna upload this today because I like uploading her pictures. The weather, right? The time is it? It's almost time. So when people are going into the school to help them kids, they're hiring the loudest people in the room. They're not hiring the most qualified. What you expect is gonna happen? And it's hitting the light with the hearts on some of these comments. My whole family and my whole entire people that's in this community hate me. They don't even got a reason. And they won't leave. They hate me so much that they're gonna try to make sure that nobody ever liked me as long as I'm alive. I'm not gonna be receiving no phone calls. No one. The fuck? It's not even possible. Oh shit. Look at I was online. Anybody call? No, I don't know nobody commented. Oh, yeah, no, I just nobody's in here to actually hear me talk. They just, hate me. They just want to watch me. So I don't really have to talk. That's what my life is. God just put me here so everybody can hate me. I don't have no other purpose. Damn, John Stockton is playing some hellified defense on fucking this nigga. He is just cooking him. That shit is crazy. Allen Iverson is John Stockton is playing hellified defense on Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is just cooking him. That shit is retarded. Like these are not bad defensive plays. These, yeah. Well, some of us are just good, better shooters with hands in our face. Myself included, shoot really well with defense on. It's on the nigga. Like he's on him. Like this is guarded. Like, oh man, that'd be so sick. I'd be tight, but I'd be like, you know, I'd dap him up, not for nothing, but I'd be tight, tight. Like damn, like I really just can't guard this nigga. It might just be his day, but I might just not be able to guard this nigga. Damn. It's Allen Iverson. Obviously, couldn't guard him. So apparently, the parents of that school shooter did two separate interviews where they asked for forgiveness. But that goes to show you, at least they recognize that they failed the society because they failed their son.
What do you tell their families? Forgive me. Forgive my son. I know he had his reasons. What reasons could he have had?
Y'all didn't care for that man. Y'all didn't care for that boy. And that's how he dealt with it.
Hey, what's up, boss? You know what city we in? We in Dublin. Done with it? Thanks, man. I just want to tell you, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, shit.
The NYPD rescued a blind guy from the train. Apparently. Shout out to that. Somebody stole her tires. Where you living? You do know what the fuck?
December, yes, that's correct.
You testified that the lip wound kept reopening when you moved your mouth.
That's correct.
You appeared on the James Corden show the day after this alleged incident, right?
I did. What's with the claw hand? And I look and I realize like all the stress and fear of performing and doing this thing, it just kind of like funneled out through the one thing that I had yet. Like,
that's a photo of you opening your mouth to the right?
That's correct.
With a split lip.
You've seen pictures of it without makeup.
Yes. So you had a split lip when you were moving your mouth that way.
I sure did.
Those photographs.
Absolutely. Only humanity.
This guy's wife was murdered in a school shooting. He died of a heart attack the next day. Every time I see the things that love do for people in their life, and I realize that I lived almost my whole entire life absent of it. I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody enjoy your day. Yeah, I don't know about nothing.